I've tested so many hundreds of Amazon products, and these are the ones that changed my life in 2024. All of the products listed in this video are in an easy to shop shopping list on my Amazon storefront, and I also have most of the items in the description as well. The worst feeling ever is when you go out and you see that your fridge or your freezer has been left open overnight. This recently happened in our family, and so I immediately ordered these freezer and fridge latches/locks. So the first ones I bought were these Munchkin brands, and I've ordered these before for an older freezer that we got rid of, and I didn't order new ones for our new fridge freezer, and I should have done it the very same day that I got it. This first one is kind of like two latches, and you can disconnect them on either end, and all you need to do is clean off the surface that you're going to use with a little alcohol wipe, or I just use some alcohol on a paper towel, and you just want to wipe down and dry the area that you're going to adhere it to. This one's super easy because you just take off the little sticky tabs and then you place it right onto the fridge or freezer where you want it to latch. You hold it down for 10 to 15 seconds and then you let it cure for about 24 hours, and then you can use them, and it is such a money-saving tip because if you leave your fridge or freezer open, not only is electricity running super long, but you're losing all of that precious food in your fridge or freezer. Since this freezer also has a undercarriage freezer, like a pull-out drawer, I tried this new lock that is a freezer specific lock, and it has a really handy dandy little two little buttons that you press to open it if you have a slide out freezer like ours. And this one's been really nice too. I wanted to try both, and I wanted one that was a little bit easier for me to get into and one that was a little bit harder for the kids to get into the fridge, because I really don't want them getting into the fridge or freezer, leaving it open on accident just because they can't shut it all the way sometimes, and then that will save us tons of time, money, and heartache. The next thing I purchased on Amazon lately was a huge money savings. So we recently got our backyard redone, and we really wanted to put some lights back there to illuminate the back fence and the new trees that we got. If we had wired in lots of new lights, that would cost thousands of dollars, and it was just out of our budget this time. So instead I got two 10-packs of these very highly rated solar lights on Amazon. These solar lights just took 1 or 2 days to charge, and then we put them at the base of every single tree and in some spots of our yard that were a little bit dark, and they are so bright. It actually has 3 different light settings, and there's just a little button right here on the side that you can press, and then you can adjust how bright you want your lights to be. We got the cool lights, but if you like a warmer light, they also sell warmer lights. They were such a good deal. I think it was only about $50 for all those lights, and they work perfectly. We can adjust them, and they were inexpensive, but they make a huge difference. This next product is something that will save you time and money if you have any hair that you remove on your body. This is an IPL laser hair removal tool that is a fraction of the cost if you were to go to a salon or somewhere else to get it done. It's pain-free, and it's actually been pretty effective for me. I saw it recommended in a Facebook group that I'm a part of that recommended some that were asking for hair removal ideas for younger teens. It's like a dance mom group, and a lot of people were recommending this IPL device because it's pain-free, it's very easy to use, and it's very effective in removing the hair and preventing it from coming back. This is the box you can see that it comes in, and it comes with a couple different things. It comes with some safety glasses, a razor, a charger, and the actual device. As you can see in the booklet, there are a couple hair and skin color combinations that this device is not recommended for because of the melanin in the skin or the hair, the thinness, or whatever it is. So check on this table, or you can look at the Amazon product listing to see if this product works for you. But basically all you do is you just plug it in, you put on the eye protection, and then you wait for it to charge slightly, and then you put it up to your skin and just kind of press the little trigger, and you just keep going everywhere, and it's totally pain-free. It's actually kind of cold. It has kind of like a little flash, like a camera flash, and that's it. You just have to repeat that process a couple times a week, and then the hair just does not come back, and then you can just use it for maintenance. Something that we recently got that we have really been loving is this smokeless indoor grill. For whatever reason, whenever we cook steak or want to try and barbecue something on our little griddle pan on the stove, there's just a lot of smoke. And even though we have our hood vent, our smoke alarm still goes off too many times for me to, more than I would like. So I purchased this smokeless indoor grill so that we could have Korean barbecue at home and just have a really fun interactive dinner sometimes. It worked so well. There was no smoke and it cooked everything really evenly and fast. It was really fun for my family to just cook dinner on the counter at the table together. And it's something that we're definitely going to be using this winter, as obviously it's really dark outside at night. So I think this will be a really fun way to have an interactive dinner at home instead of going out to a Korean barbecue restaurant where it costs so much money per person and we can just do it at home. This next product is a hat washing cage. Now I love this thing because I'm obsessed with it after the last time I used it. So I have this Duke hat that I have had for years and years and years. It's pure white and I never sprayed it with Scotchgard or anything. And it has been all over the world. I have exercised. It's like disgusting. So as you can see in this before video, it was nasty and I thought there was no hope for it. And I was actually going to throw it away. And this was not like a super cheap hat. So I was kind of devastated, but I wanted to give it another chance. So I put it in the hat washing cage and I just soaked it overnight in some hot water and OxiClean. Just agitated it a couple times just throughout the day or throughout the night whenever I was in my bathroom. And it already looked so much better. The good thing about doing it in the cage is that it keeps its shape, and that is like obviously the most important part of a hat. You don't want it to get all crinkly and wrinkly, and you don't want the bill to be like shaped weird. So it's really important to have that nice frame to keep it looking nice. After I soaked in OxiClean overnight, I just put it in my laundry machine, my washing machine, put it on the gentle cycle, and I think it was like a quick cycle, and then let it dry in the cage so then it would keep its shape. And now it looks almost new, and I was going to throw that hat away. So this was a huge problem solving tool. I really, really appreciated it, and I have done a lot of hats, but I definitely recommend that if you have a really dirty hat to soak it in OxiClean or use some kind of a fabric treatment to get those stains out before you wash them, and I bet you could save a hat or two. Now, I've taught you how to make popcorn in the Instant Pot. I've taught you how to make popcorn in the air fryer. But now I'm teaching you how to make microwave popcorn without buying microwave popcorn. I have really enjoyed eating popcorn that is just popped from the kernels, and then I can add my own butter, my own seasonings to it. Just tastes healthier. It doesn't make me feel so like heavy from all the chemicals and all the stuff that's in microwave popcorn. So I got this popcorn popper bowl that is silicone. It's very flexible. It's very easy to use. It even has lines on the inside of the bowl, so I don't have to measure anything. I can just pour the kernels straight in, and then I just put the little lid right on top of it very lightly, and then I'll microwave it for about 4 or 5 minutes. I actually just press the popcorn button on my microwave and just wait for it to just kind of stop popping. But then I have fresh, delicious popcorn that is way less expensive than buying it at a movie theater, and it's a lot healthier than buying microwave popcorn. So my family and I absolutely love this. We put a little bit of butter on there or some avocado oil, and then just do a little bit of that Flavacol that I mentioned before in one of my videos. It's like what the movie theaters use, but I just do a tiny bit because I don't like it to be too overkill. But the great part about this is that it's dishwasher safe. Once I'm done using it, it collapses really small and compact, so then it's really easy to store. It doesn't take up a huge amount of space, and we have delicious, fresh, healthy popcorn whenever we want. Next, something that I love that I've mentioned in a couple of videos before, but I wanted to dedicate a certain spot in this video to is True Lime and True Lemon. This is just crystallized citrus, and it's literally just pretty much like freeze dried, I think, or it's just like dried out real lemon and real lime. And I always have these. Not only are they good for making drinks when you don't have fresh citrus on hand, but I use these all the time in cooking when I don't have a fresh lemon or a fresh lime, or I don't want to buy a whole bunch of lemons and limes or citrus and have them go to waste if I'm not going to use them all. This is the perfect thing to use if you wanted to add to a seasoning blend, or if you want to make some guacamole with some lemon or lime. It's exactly the same thing as using fresh, and it tastes almost a little bit better sometimes, because sometimes if you have fresh, it can be a little bitter, but True Lime and True Lemon are so good. There's no added sugar. It's just crystallized lemon and lime powder. I love to use it in drinks. I love to use it in frostings, in baking, in cooking, in sauces and marinades, and it's a lifesaver when I don't have fresh citrus on hand. It looks like it also comes in different flavors as well, such as orange, and I love fresh orange in my Fresca, so I'll probably order some orange as well, but it is so versatile and it's so nice to have. This next product is like super random, but it's just a hose splitter. So what I do is I put this little splitter on the actual spigot outside where I have my little faucet thing, everything, and it splits the water in two places. So I can have a hose hooked up to one and I can have another hose hooked up to the other side, or I can leave it open so then I can just fill up my watering can like you see here. And this has been so convenient because then we can do multiple things with that spigot without having to unscrew the hose or unscrew whatever is on there. I also recommend getting these easy little latch things that you can connect to a hose bib and a hose, or whatever tool that you have attached to your hose bib, because then you don't have to screw it onto the hose bib and it leaks everywhere. As you can see, I can even do it with one hand. You just push it up and it comes on and off, and it's like clicks in and out. It's amazing. And I wish I had this years ago, because I can't even tell you how many times I've sat there and just like twisted the whole thing and it's still leaking everywhere. And this hose splitter plus the little easy connect things are so inexpensive, but it saves so much time and so much hassle. So definitely grab these. This last product is something I love, and you may have seen a different version of it. Like, it's going kind of viral on TikTok, but this is the original. It's been around for like decades. It's called the micro stitch. The micro stitch is a tagging tool that you can use to just create a tiny little stitch in pretty much anything, everywhere, and for so many different purposes. So the main thing is, like, costumers will use it a lot of times to like stitch clothing or stitch costumes or attach things just really, really quickly, because it doesn't like damage anything, and it's very quick and it's very efficient. So as you can see here, I have like some curtains, and I just wanted to kind of like make sure that these pleats stay together, so I can just really easily add one tiny little stitch in and it will stay that way. I also have this really cute dress that I love, but the inside lining of the neckline always pops out. Like, if I'm just wearing it, it just always manages to pop out. So I use the micro stitch to just do a couple little stitches on the little neck collar part, and it stays put and it's not uncomfortable. And if I don't like want a stitch there, it's very easy to just remove, and it is so amazing. As you can see here on my sweater, sometimes like it'll just flap closed and I want it to stay open. If I want it to stay open, then I'm just going to leave it that way and then just do two little stitches, or maybe some stitches at the bottom, and it will stay that way. It's very, very discreet. And they also come with black little tags as well. So then you really like can tag just about anything. I bought this to keep in my daughter's dance bag because there are so many things with like costumes that needed to be pinned and tucked. And I don't like using safety pins on her costumes because if they come out, that's very painful. So I love using the micro stitch to just keep things in place. And it was such an amazing tool. I find myself using it all the time for so many different things, because you can basically alter clothing just so quickly with a little stitch, and it looks really good. It's temporary if you need it to be, but it's also lasted through washes in my clothing, and it's very, very convenient. I have used this first product so many times. It is a car desk. Now, I am entering this new era in my life where I am just always in the car. I'm constantly taking my kids to and from lessons, school, dance, soccer, tumbling, all the things. And so I am in my car all the time. So I bought this car desk where I can do so many different things to keep myself organized and to have a nice little spot in the car to just do my work. The little car desk just goes right onto the steering wheel. You have to kind of place your steering wheel upside down, and then you hook it onto the steering wheel, and you can do it on either side. There's like a flatter side, and then there's a side that has little grooves in it. But you can do anything from eat in your car to work on the computer, journal, do something on my planner, do something on my iPad. I've taken Zoom calls on there, and I have something to just prop my phone right there so it's not falling off on the steering wheel. And this has been a lifesaver. I used to think things like this were silly, but now that I spend most of the time in my car, it's literally my car office and I need it. The next Amazon home hack that I found is this amazing reading light. It goes right around your neck like this, and it has two different lights. I kind of feel like a flight attendant right now, like explaining the lights. But this is so fun because this has two different lights. You can see it has this kind of thinner light that shines like this. It has different light settings. It can kind of like do this little strobing effect. It also kind of fades in and out. And then I like that this one also had kind of a bar light. So I never really used both of them at the same time, but they both serve different purposes. So my son really likes to read. He likes to read at night or to like play piano when it's a little bit darker in the living room. He can just put this straight on and it's very, very comfortable, it's lightweight, and it does a really great job. The cool thing about it is that you can adjust the light to different strengths. There's cool lights, there's warm lights, there's everything in between, and you can use both sets of lights for whatever, occasion that you need multiple lights around your neck. I've actually been using this when I need to like do something with my hands and it's like kind of dimly lit and I just need to like do some sewing or like just something that's a little bit more intricate. This has been amazing. I was trying to look in my son's mouth the other day because he had something going on in the back of his mouth, and so I was trying to look with my phone flashlight, and I just put this on and it was so much easier. In addition, my kids really like it. It charges really easy just on the very back here. It charges really fast. You could even use this if you're like out in the garage looking for something, working on different projects, not just reading, but this has been an amazing home hack. And I love this one because it has the 2 different light features instead of just the one small one or the one large one. It has both. This next one I saw on TikTok and I just had to order it. This is called a little onion holder. Now we all know, if you've ever tried to chop an onion, how sometimes at the end especially it gets a little slimy and just sliding around and you can never get quite the right grip on it, especially when it's just kind of dicing everywhere. So what this does is it holds the onion in place so that you can get perfect intact onion slices every single time. In addition to onions, you can also use this for any fruits and vegetables, but it's actually been such a nice little home hack, especially when I'm teaching my kids how to, properly cut things. They've actually had really great success using this as well because it just keeps things really secure. And this is a very inexpensive, but it just like makes life a lot easier and better for such a small tool. So I really love this one. Next, this is something I've talked about in some of my other videos, but I love taking these little hair turbans to the pool with me for my kids. I don't like putting them in the car with super wet, sopping hair, so I like the hair turbans. We originally got these for after swim lessons because they were always, soaking wet and had to get in the car. So I like wrapping up their heads in these very soft microfiber hair towel wrap. So it keeps the car dry, it keeps them dry, and it's just a lot more comfortable. I have 2 favorite Amazon sunglasses. So these are the 2 that I really love. These ones are super cute. They are only like $5, but the bad thing is they took like a month to get to my house, but they're very sturdy. They're very heavy duty. They were only a couple bucks and they've lasted longer than like my Target sunglasses that I get every summer. These are my new favorite ones. These are like so chic. Look at these. Actually, last summer at the lake, I was on a wave runner and I went into a giant tsunami of water and they fell off my face. I immediately reordered them because they feel way nicer than how much they cost. They're so cute. I love them and they work really well like in the sun. They're not like super cheap. I don't know about you, but it's spring cleaning time around my house, and something that I recently did is clean out my dresser in my bedroom, and I just had a bunch of just like pants in there. Not like jeans that I hang up, but just like leggings and kind of sweatpant type things. And I wanted a more efficient way to store and see all of them, because before they were just like all black leggings in one drawer and they all kind of look the same. So what I found was this really neat little legging organizer. Not only does this legging organizer save space, but you can also now see all of the clothes just hanging right in front of you. So then it's a lot easier to identify between all the different black leggings that I have. Since this came in a 2-pack, I put one in my closet for my leggings and I put the other one in our laundry room where I have kind of this drying rack where I hang dry clothes that can't go in the dryer. And this has been so nice to save space because a lot of our clothes don't go in the dryer. So it's been really nice to have something more efficient and something where we can clearly see the clothes so nothing gets lost, and it's easier to just clip on and off this hanger. Very cool. This next home hack is something I've seen all over the internet. Everyone has one of these, so I wanted to see what the fuss was about. And it is this electric scrubber. Now, this scrubber came with a bunch of different attachments, and it also came with a wand that extends it so you can reach hard to reach places. But this has actually been really nice. We have a really large kitchen island, and so it's really kind of a pain to wash right in the middle of it, especially when it gets messy every single day. And this has been nice to just kind of wash the whole thing with very minimal effort, and it just does it so fast. It's also really nice when you need to scrub large areas such as like the floor or a bathtub or a shower when you don't need to manually be scrubbing. This makes cleaning such a snap and it's so easy. Like I said, the scrubber came with a bunch of different attachments like you can see here, so you can see how it can be multi-useful in all different areas of your home. It was pretty inexpensive in my opinion, and it was delivered super quickly, so this is one of my new favorite Amazon home hacks. Something that we've recently done is we started putting our laundry soap up on this tiny little shelf that we have above our washer and dryer, and I noticed that the laundry detergent was just dripping onto our washer below because it just never it just drips after you use it. So I bought these little tiny inexpensive lid catcher dripper things. So now the laundry soap no longer drips, and there's a designated home for the cap for the laundry detergent. It's just one of those little things that make life so much better when you don't constantly lose the little cap to your laundry detergent. With all of our different appliances and tools and tech things, we are always charging stuff at our house, and there's always this one little spot where my kids will steal my chargers from my room or my office, and they'll come and plug it in at the end of the island, and they're always charging stuff there. So I said, okay, no more of this. We need a designated USB outlet right here. So I ordered these two off of Amazon in our two most highly used charging spots. So now we don't have to steal charger bricks anymore. I just had my husband change out the little outlet with this one that has two USBs and a USB-C along with two regular outlet plugs. And now we just basically have a USB and a USB-C charger just plugged in at all times. So, you can charge your phone or your watch or whatever it is, just really easy right there on the counter without having to steal any more bricks. We also put one right here in the kitchen where it's really nice to be able to charge my electric hand mixer and also our salt and pepper grinders. Just little things that I don't like cords, and so it's nice to be able to recharge things, put them away, and just have a designated spot for that. So I highly recommend changing out all your outlets for these because everything nowadays is USB or USB-C. Next is the Battery Daddy. Have you ever seen these? These are so fun. So this is a two-sided battery briefcase, and it holds all different sizes of batteries. It also comes with a battery gauge, so then you can check and see how powerful or how full your batteries are. We really like it because, I don't know about you, we used to buy a lot of different batteries, and then they'd end up in the bedroom, they'd end up in the junk drawer, they'd end up outside, or I don't know, just in all sorts of random places, and then we'd forget that we had them, and then they'd die or whatever. So anyway, having this Battery Daddy has been life-changing for us because it keeps everything so nice and organized, and you can see what you have quickly, your inventory, and we have really liked it. So this Battery Daddy is definitely a must-have. Seriously, this is one of my best sellers every year, every month. It's these little hair sticks. So it's basically kind of like hair gel in a mascara tube, in a mascara wand. And what you do is just put it in, and then it smooths all of your flyaways to make your hair just look so much more polished. And I don't know about you, but especially when I travel, the water and the climate is always different. The shower water is always really hard. And so my hair freaks out, and I don't ever take all of my regular hair care routine stuff. But this always helps because it tames all the flyaways, and I don't have to pack a big thing of hairspray or hair gel. I just use this and it works every single time. Keep it in my purse, keep one in the car, keep one in my desk. I always use this, and I always gift it to my friends. I think about a year or two ago is when we got this closet organizer in our coat closet to put all of our shoes in. But the problem was it was so dark in there. We have an overhead light right above that closet, but it hardly does anything. So we needed something to be able to see inside our shoe closet. That's where this automatic rechargeable light stick comes in. This was so highly rated, and it is amazing. My husband said, babe, this is literally one of the best purchases you've made in a long time because it just makes life so much better in this dark and dreary closet. It has such a light, bright setting, and it has different automatic settings, so it will turn off after 20 seconds of no motion detected. So every time I open the closet door, the light just turns right on, and it's finally bright enough to see inside the shoe closet. There are a couple different ways you can mount this. You can mount this using a 3M little command hook type strip that it comes with. It also comes with a really strong magnet that you can either screw into the wall, or you can use a command strip type thing. Ours, I actually just put it right on our fire extinguisher that is in the coat closet because it's magnetic. I just took stick it right on there, and it's been really nice so that we can like take it on and off without affixing anything to the wall. But it is really simple to, you know, put anywhere, and it's not going to damage your walls if you wanted to use a command hook strip, or you can do it with just one screw. Just like the whole charger situation, there's always this one little corner in our kitchen where things just like, it's just like a little dumping ground for everything. So there are always like keys or sunglasses, especially just like little things that ended up right here on this counter. And as you always know, and like you can see my videos, I don't have a ton of counter space in my kitchen. I just basically have these two little counters off to my stove. So I really don't like that space being cluttered with just random stuff. And the biggest culprit honestly was sunglasses. So I wanted to find a solution where I could put something on the wall to put our sunglasses all in one spot where they're not getting lost. So this was the perfect solution. Look how many sunglasses it fits. It has designated little holders for sunglasses specifically. And then it has this little bar on the bottom, and it came with all these hooks so that we can put just random little things on there. So we have our little dog leashes. We also have our mail key and like a little foot, what are those, shoe horns, like something to help you put your shoes on. We put that all on the wall right there. So now it's just a designated spot. I feel like this little area in our home is becoming very much more functional, and it's just like, we really need a mudroom, but in this home, we just don't have one. It's like becoming the most functional mudroom that we can have without having a mudroom. This was a problem I was having in my room next to my bed on my nightstand. I have like all these different cords because every single night I'm charging my Apple Watch, my headphones, and my phone, sometimes like my iPad, sometimes my kids are in there wanting to charge their stuff. And so I have just all these cords coming off of my nightstand. I do have the sleek socket behind my nightstand because then I can put all of the cord, like I can put the nightstand against the wall without cords going directly into the wall. I just have the one sleek socket, and then it goes to a power strip that I have on my nightstand. Well, now all of my things are plugged in there, but I still have all the little cords that are coming off of there. So they were always like falling off, or they're getting stuck, or just, I like didn't know which one was which because they were all white. So what I did was I got these little cord organizers that come on a little 3M strip that I can just put right on my nightstand, and I can just put all of my cords right there on it. It came in a 2-pack, so this is the smaller one, and I have the bigger one upstairs in my room. So I'm gonna use that one for all of like my nightstand cords, and then I'm gonna use a smaller one for all the cords on my desk because there are a couple that kind of fall off every now and then, and I just want to keep them nice and organized using this. Something that I've really been enjoying the last couple months, it is this cup rinser. Now I've seen these kind of on the internet here and there for the last couple years, and last year we got a new kitchen sink because now it matches like the rest of our stuff. So we got a new kitchen sink, and we had an extra hole in the countertop. I knew I wanted to get this glass rinser. So it just attaches right onto your countertop next to your sink, and what it does is it just blasts everything out of any type of a cup or jar or kind of like a bowl type dish that's small enough, and it just gets it so nice and clean. I really wish I had this when my babies were younger and they were using more like bottles and sippy cups and stuff like that. But it's also really nice for water bottles because it is such a pain to like get all the way into a water bottle or like a large vase or a large, you know, like a serving pitchers type of thing. So this blasts all the gunk out of the bottom of a cup, and it's amazing. And everyone always has so much fun doing it. I think they have these like at restaurants and like at Starbucks and things like that. It doesn't do a fantastic job at getting stuff on the rim of the glass, but that's places where you can generally, you know, get with a sponge. But all that stuff that's on the bottom of a cup. So if you have like a protein shake or a smoothie and you kind of let it sit in a cup for a while, you know how it just gets melded onto the bottom. So you can see that this is blasting crap out of these cups, these jars, and it is amazing. Next up is my trusty little bag sealer. I bought this on Amazon a couple months ago, and I absolutely love it. I've been sealing a lot of my little packages. If my kids eat something, I'll just seal it up and have them eat it as a snack later. This has been a really nice home hack because it has just a tiny little magnet on the back. It also has this little loop so that you can hang it, but I just use this all the time whenever I have to seal something up really quickly. And it also comes with a little razor on the top, so then I can open up and throw away or recycle tickle my boxes so thrilled about is this bidet. So this is a non-electric bidet that you just hook up right to your toilet. It's like, I think it's less than $30. Most of the time I think it's like $26. It is so lovely. I put one in our guest powder bath and I put one in our room upstairs, and it just like, I don't even like going to the bathroom anywhere else because I just like don't feel as clean. Like, I am telling you, like, Asian countries have it right because everyone should be using a bidet. It is so refreshing and like, it's just awesome. Okay, this next one is a travel essential, especially if you are going on a cruise or a vacation with other people where you're gonna be sharing spaces. This is a travel charger that I got. So it's not a portable one, so you do have to plug it in, but I'm just going to show you. It comes with 3 different sections. This section is for your, let's see, this is for your phone. So you just lay your phone right on here. This middle section is for an Apple Watch, and then this is for headphones. So you only have to plug in one spot in your hotel room or a cruise cabin, and you can charge 3 things with it. Also, it kind of goes in a little triangle like this. So if you want to charge things kind of cool, like on an angle, it's really convenient. I will not travel without this anymore. So this one is a trifold, but I think they also have one that just has 2 of them. So if you just have a phone and a watch, or you can also charge your AirPods on the phone one as well. So lots of different options, but I highly recommend getting one of these. This is the Mercer, I think this 16-inch bread knife. This is like one of the best bread knives I've ever used. Okay, it is the best bread knife I've ever used. It's incredibly sharp. The handle is really sturdy, it's dishwasher safe, and it cuts through everything like butter. Not only do I use this for bread because I love baking bread, as you learned, I also use it to cut pretty much anything else. Like, I found this apple, it's just incredibly sharp. If you don't have the budget to buy like a really nice knife set, something like this is excellent because you can use it for bread plus just about anything else. This is my go-to for like cutting watermelon, pineapple. It is seriously the best. This year, I also bought a couple new things for my pantry. So this next one is a water bottle holder. We have so many water bottles, tumblers, just cup things. They take up a lot of space. So I bought these water bottle holders to put in our cup cupboard and also in our pantry. The cool thing about it is that water bottles lay flat and on their side. So then you have a much better look at what your inventory is. Nothing gets lost in the back of your cupboard or your pantry. So I really enjoyed these. The one thing is that they don't fit anything that's too large. And so you kind of have to see what kind of bottles and things like that you have. But I have been using this and it's really been so nice. It's kept things much more organized and clean. I actually was thinking about how grateful I am about this. And I sent this to one of my friends and employees who lost her wallet in her car. It is the Drop Stop. So these are just these little like foam wedges that go in between your seat and the center console of your car, and it keeps things from dropping down under the abyss of your seats to never be found again. It's really nice because obviously, you know, you don't want to lose your phone or your keys, but it's also nice because if you're ever like eating something or you have something just small in your car and then you drop it, it prevents it from going down where it's never going to be found. And I love these Drop Stops. They are so awesome. They were on Shark Tank, and I'm so glad that they are a bestseller on my list as well. It is one of my new favorite things ever. Fill it up with water, and you can do it up to the max line. You press this little button, and this will boil so fast. When it's done, this pops back up and you got boiling hot water. You know that I absolutely love my Stanley tumbler. I'm just like every other woman on the internet. I love this thing. I adore it. It's always with me. However, the one thing I don't like about it is that the base is a little rough. So sometimes if I set it down too quickly on the countertop, a table, or a desk, it kind of makes a clanging sound, and I worry that I might be damaging either the tumbler or the surface. So what I found are these little Stanley tumbler boots. They're just little silicone cups, and you can use them for your Stanley, so it just fits right on the bottom, and it makes it so that the bottom is just nice and smooth and kind of grippy. and it's like a cute color. They come in a whole bunch of different colors, but then now when I set it on top of something, I don't have to worry too much about it getting damaged or the surface getting damaged as well. The cool part is that these work with everything. So I have them on my kids' water bottles because you know they're just gonna like cling it onto the countertop. They also work in other tumblers like this, and they still fit in the cup holder in my car. It's really just nice to have like a grippy, it just feels nice when you set it down. Honestly, these are super inexpensive and so worth it. Usually when I'm traveling alone or with a group, I'm the one that packs all of the toiletries. So like when I travel with my kids and my family, I pack all of our family toiletries in one bag. So then we just put one bag in the bathroom and everyone's taken care of. We're not missing contacts and brushes and hair gel and stuff. So I bought this really cute new toiletry bag, and this is super highly rated, and it also was a really good price too. This is the large size. It has a little pocket here in the front, and of course I got it in yellow. I don't know, I don't wear yellow a lot, but yellow is just like my color that I buy things in. Yellow and blue, those are my colors. So I really love it because you can open it up like this. It comes with a hanger so that you can open up the whole bag and just leave it in the bathroom, which is nice for tight vacations like on a cruise ship. It comes with two larger compartments in the middle, and you can zipper them from the top and bottom here. It also comes with little like elastic things to hold in products if you need. I always just put stuff in a Ziploc container because it always leaks, and so I try and be extra sure. But this actually fits a deceivingly large amount of items. There's some small packets down here that fold in, and then it folds together. It doesn't look huge, but it's actually really nice because it keeps everything nice and just contained in one thing. You don't have to worry about people losing things. I love this container. Make sure you get the large one because there's a small one and a large one. The large one's definitely worth the extra couple bucks. Talked about these before and I totally swear by them. They're these luggage packing cubes. This one's like a large one, but I actually just bought another pack of them because they were on sale, and since we're going on a big family vacation, I wanted to buy some more for the other people in my family. And I bought these ones in black, but look how compact these are. They come with a bunch of different sizes, and I really like that you can just pack everything that you need for a trip, put them in these packing cubes, and it's so much more efficient. It's like playing dominoes instead of just like throwing a million shirts and shorts and underwear and toiletries and different things. It's so much more efficient and clean and organized when you can put them in the packing cubes. The other thing that this one comes with is like a little shoe bag and like a little laundry bag, which is nice. These packing cubes, I'm telling you, are an absolute necessity. We wear a lot of hats in our home, and not just figurative, but like literal hats. My husband loves hats, and they're always just like everywhere all over the house. So I wanted to buy some of these cute little hat racks that I can conveniently place in closets, and we put one right in like our garage entryway. And so everyone can just take off their hat and it just slides right easily onto this tiny little hat hook. And it looks really nice. It's really simple. It's really small. It's out of the way. It was just like one screw and it like looks really nice. It is this DeWyson travel mirror, and mine's kind of like trash because I take it with me everywhere, and I actually use it every single day to put on my makeup. Not that I put on makeup every day, but it is a travel mirror, so it's very compact, so I can throw it into a backpack or a suitcase. And it is a travel mirror that lights up, and it has a couple different settings. So it has like a warm light, a cool light, and then like a combined light, which I like best. It has a little on-off switch on the back, and it is so wonderful. Like, this mirror is so compact, but it's very large. It's great for traveling because if you're like in a tight spot, or like usually hotels have really bad lighting, or if you're traveling with other people, it's nice to just have your own kind of vanity space to be able to get ready. And I have given this away as gifts to many people who also love it. So definitely love this one as a bestseller. This humble little rice rinsing basket, but I will tell you what, I use this thing all the time, like several times a week, and it is such a workhorse. It does such a good job and I love it so much. Basically, it's just this special little rice rinsing basket that helps to rinse your rice, but it has these like specialized holes, so it's not like too much water is rinsing out at the same time. So there's some in here so that you can wash and agitate your rice. It also has this little like colander part, so then you're not wasting any rice, but you're dripping all the water out. This humble little guy, Like, we have sold so many of these. So to whoever makes them, you're welcome. These are amazing, and I know that you will love it if you eat as much rice as I do. The next thing that has been a really big problem solver at my house are these Turkish towels. Now, if you remember in my summer Amazon finds video, I talked about Turkish towels because they were amazing to take to the pool or the beach or the lake all summer long because they're extremely thin, very absorbent, and they're very lightweight. They just like absorb a lot of water as well. Since I love them so much, what I did was I purchased Turkish hand towels to put in all of our bathrooms and the kitchen to just dry our hands. We have little kids at home, so they love to just take the towel off the rod and just throw it wherever it lands. And despite my best efforts to have them just keep it on the little towel rack, it just doesn't work sometimes because they are little. They have to kind of reach in and grab for it. These Turkish towels are amazing because they are so big, but they are really lightweight. And they're nice because I can tie them onto the towel bar or the microwave or the oven so they stay put just to dry our hands with. As you can see, they come in this beautiful design and they have lots of different colors as well. It has this cute tassel detail and it's big enough where you could even do like a little napkin holder or tie a ribbon around it or something to make it look even more decorative and for it to stay in one place. This next one is a roll-up travel hat. Now, I have converted all of my friends with these because they are that good. It's especially good for travel because it rolls up super tight. So all it is a sun hat that rolls up and you just affix it with this Velcro or the hook and loop or something, and then you just like put it on. Okay, it's not like the most absolute stylish thing you've ever worn. However, it does the job. It takes up zero space and you don't have to worry about your cute sun hats getting squashed in your luggage. So this is what it looks like. And one of the best things about it is when you're at the pool and you have like a high ponytail or a high bun up here, you can wear that with this hat because it has like a hole at the top. So I love this. I wear it for gardening. I wear it anytime we're outside. I always throw it in my pool bag or my outside park bag because I always protect my face from the sun. This is the absolute best for travel because look how compact it is. You can squash it, squish it, and it's not going to break. Okay, if you know anything about me, you know that I really don't like the sun. I try and avoid it at all costs, and I try and cover myself and protect myself from it all the time. So one of the ways I do that is by using this CeraVe sunscreen stick. It's teeny tiny. It's perfect for taking out for just like in my purse always, but for summer outings, it's SPF 50 and it has zinc in it. It's just a tiny little sunscreen stick like this and you can just reapply as needed all day. And I really love this because I really want to protect my skin from the sun. Additionally, I also use the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. This stuff is really, really good. It's very, very light, and so it doesn't feel like a super thick, creamy sunscreen that you might be used to. So I usually keep both of these in my purse at all times. The Humble Milk Frother. So I had a video that had like 40 million plus views on this frother a couple years ago, and every single day people are still buying this because it's awesome. And I honestly give it as gifts all the time because it is super inexpensive. It's actually been on sale recently for like between $7 and $9. This is the best milk frother ever. I use it all the time for everything. Make salad dressing, to just mix up some whipped cream, to make some cold foam, everything. So this little frother is the #1 bestseller. In addition to the wall charger, something that I always travel with is my charging bank. It seems like my phone always dies, especially when we're traveling. We're using it a lot. We have apps for travel and all the things. So I always travel with this portable charger bank. One of my other influencer friends who uses her phone nonstop recommended it to me, and I always carry it in my purse or my car. It's so nice for emergencies. It's really nice because you can just plug it directly into the wall to charge. You don't have to plug it into like a USB or anything. So I really like that. And there's all these different charger cords that are attached with it, and you can plug in your own USB to charge anything that might charge that way. So it's very convenient, super highly rated, and I highly recommend that. This next one is such a nice, just kind of aesthetic but very functional tool in my kitchen. So this is a water absorbing stone kind of riser, and it goes right next to my sink, and it dries so quickly. So we all have little puddles of water all over, our bathroom sink or our kitchen sink, where after you use the soap, it just like drips water and it just stays there forever. And then you have watermark. Well, this alleviates that problem by absorbing the water and drying it super, super quickly. So we have been putting our little scrub daddies and our soap and our power wash or dish soap on there, and like the water just drips onto it and it dries almost instantly. So that's been really nice. It keeps water off of the countertop and it looks really nice. The Wad Free. So this changed my laundry game. That sounds really cheesy, but it totally did. So this thing keeps your fitted sheets from wadding up and like getting all of your laundry and all of your clothes inside of a fitted sheet and keeping things from drying. So how it works is you just take your sheet, this is like for demonstration purposes only, but you just take the Wad Free and you just hook it on to each of the corners so it just kind of like latches on like that. And you do this with your fitted sheet. So I've been doing this with all of my laundry and it actually keeps the sheets from wadding up. Nothing's like trapped inside of it and everything is dry when I need it to dry. Everything is clean when I need it to be clean. And I just like was super skeptical at first, but it is actually amazing. So it just looks like this and it kind of makes your fitted sheets into kind of like a balloon, but it prevents anything from going inside. This Wad Free is super cheap and it makes my life so much better. One other thing I really like is this in-drawer knife block. This has been so nice because I was able to get rid of the knife block that used to sit on my counter and it was taking up a lot of space because I just don't have very much counter space in my kitchen. This way I know all of my knives are protected in the drawer. I know that the drawer and hands and other little people are not going to get injured and it just looks really nice in the drawer. It's also saving space on the counter, which I really appreciate. Okay, now let's move on to some of my favorite Amazon products that we bought for Luna. So one of the best things that we bought for her is this Oxy Fresh Water Additive. When she got back from training and within like the first week or two, we noticed that her breath was so bad. Like it just stank so bad. And we brushed her teeth using a little toothbrush, but she hated it. And we were like, we cannot be traumatizing her all the time with this toothbrush. So I bought this on Amazon the very first day because all you do is you add it to their water bowl and it freshens their breath. It like kills or neutralizes the bacteria that causes the bad breath. So it says freshens breath, cleans teeth, fights tartar, and it's fast acting. And I will tell you, within 2 days, her breath went from like could kill someone to like neutral, like still like dog breath, but it's not gonna kill me anymore. So this stuff was amazing. All I have to do is add a 1/4 teaspoon per 8 ounces of water, but she doesn't drink very much water. So I just do 1/8 of a teaspoon for 1/2 cup water. So then I can replenish her water and keep it fresh every like all throughout the day. And you just add it to the water and the breath smells so much better. So this stuff is awesome. I bought it in a 2-pack and I think it was like a little bit less than $30 for 2 of these bottles, but I only use maybe a 1/4 teaspoon a day. So this is gonna last forever and #1 product I would recommend. The next thing that I absolutely love and that we already had is our Bissell Little Green carpet cleaner. When she came back from training, she was like pretty much 100% potty trained and we bell trained her within like a day or 2. But before then, when she was just like a 12-week-old puppy, she was having some accidents here and there. And so it was a lifesaver to have the carpet cleaner. Like I think if you have a pet, you need to have a carpet cleaner because it's just inevitable that you will have some little messes and some accidents here and there. So the Bissell Little Green was amazing. I also bought this highly rated spray to remove and neutralize and kill odors and stains. And it has kind of like a cinnamon scent to it, but I have noticed that it works really well. And so in conjunction with the Bissell Little Green, I really like the spray. Next, we bought this pack of dog toys. It came with like a gazillion different toys. And we thought this was just the best value for all the different toys that you get. And she loves pretty much all of them. I will say her very favorite toys are the ones that have kind of a crinkly sound, and she also loves tiny little balls. She loves just running around and chasing those balls, but this pack was really inexpensive and a good value. Next, our breeder highly recommended that we get an actual pet hair dryer. So she said you can use, you know, your regular hair dryer for after she bathes, but she highly recommended that we invest in a pet blow dryer. So I got one and this thing is so powerful. And really it is very nice because it dries her within like probably less than 10 minutes from being like soaking wet to all the way dry. It also has a heat features. So it's a heated and nice powerful blow dryer that will dry her very quickly because I don't want to like subject her to a super long kind of like traumatic blow drying session where she's just like sitting there with the loud noise and the air. And so we are really grateful that she recommended this pet hair dryer because because it really is awesome. In addition to that, I just did not really want to spend like a ton of money getting her professionally groomed every couple weeks. So I bought this pet grooming like all-in-one kit. It's like a pet vacuum. So if you have a dog that sheds, this would be amazing because you just brush and it has like a vacuum attached to the brush and it will just like suck up all of the hair on your shedding pet. But since she doesn't shed, I actually have the attachment that has a buzz cutter. So I can just cut her hair and it just sucks up right away. There's nothing on the ground and it is so easy. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos to help me because I've never groomed a dog, obviously. And I think I did a pretty good job and she actually enjoys it. She kind of like falls asleep when I do it because I think it's just, I don't know, it kind of takes me a long time. So she falls asleep, but this thing is awesome and it's been saving us a ton of money. And bonus is I actually use it to cut my son's hair because he hates getting hair all over himself. So I just use like the longest attachment and I cut his hair and the hair doesn't go like all over him. It just sucks right up in the vacuum and it's awesome. So I love, love, love this pet hair cutting vacuum combo thing. It's sweet. This is the first Amazon essential that you absolutely need if you're going to leave the house this summer, and it is this massive tote bag. This is the Simply Modern rubber getaway bag, and it is amazing. They have it in different sizes, but I bought it in the XXL size because I needed to fit all of the stuff for both of my kids, and I got this because it is completely made out of rubber. So it's waterproof, it's very durable, and it fits so much stuff. One thing I love is that the bottom has this raised textured design. So if you set it on the ground at the pool that's wet, it's totally fine. It's raised and it's waterproof. It's ventilated and it's extremely heavy duty. So you can see these handles are very like tough. And so you can put tons of stuff in this and you know that your handles are not going to break. In addition, it does come with one large pocket that you can put all sorts of things in, like your phone or chapstick, keys, things like that. But I'll share with you some fun accessories as well. Something that I had to get with my new tote bag was this insert because that bag is massive, but I needed a little bit of organization. So this is just a felt bag insert and it has tons of different compartments. So it has a large pocket that's zippered at the very top. So you can put like papers or cards or even like small electronics. It also has two large pockets on the side right here. It also has two large pockets on the side here, and it just makes organizing this bag so much easier and convenient. Something that's really unique about the design of this tote bag is that it has holes on the side, kind of like Croc shoes. So then you can put little accessories like this on there. So I just clip on this little carabiner and these little hooks. So then you can put all sorts of things with your bag, like hang hats or other little things that your kids always need. And so those are fun little accessories. They also sell cute little like giblet things, like the same ones that you put on your Crocs. And there's all sorts of different designs, monograms, and things like that. So I think that would be really fun to put on your bag to personalize it. In addition, I got this phone holder case. So it has these two little notches on the back. So it just goes right into your bag. You can either do it on the inside of the bag or you can do it on the outside of the bag for easy access. I like this one because it has kind of this notch right here because I have a loopy case. So I can put my phone in there without having that loopy cause any issues. That way it's very convenient to pull out my phone from the outside of the bag and I don't have to go digging inside the bag. As mentioned before, the bag holder has two water bottle compartments, which is really nice because we always have to bring water out of the house and I never leave home without my two emotional support water bottles. So first, of course, I have my Stanley jug that also has the little rubber boot on it, and that really just helps it to be like soft and smooth on any surface, and it's not so loud. So I love my Stanley, of course, but I am in love with my Owala. I bought it in two sizes. This is the 32 ounce, but I also have the 24 ounce. And the thing that I love about my Owala is that it does not leak. So my Stanley jug, if it knocks over, it's going to spill everywhere and it gets everything wet. With the Owala, I can have 32 ounces of water and it's not going to leak. First of all, it's nice because there's a cap that covers the part where you drink out of, so dust, dirt, and any gunk stays out of it, so it's covered, which is nice. And then it has a little button, so it opens up like this. There are two different ways that you can drink out of this water bottle. So the first one is you can use it just like a regular bottle. You can just drink right out of it with a large spout here. But then you can see there's a smaller spout that is connected to a straw. So you can sip it like a straw, or you can chug it like a water bottle. So I love this one, and I have been taking it everywhere because it's just really convenient to not have to worry about it spilling. And this is my new summer go-to. Another thing that I really love is a gift that my husband bought me. It is a sun umbrella. This is a specific UV sun umbrella, so it's black on the inside and it's a light color on the outside. And it's supposed to block UV rays. I know that you're not supposed to like open umbrellas inside, but it's very small and compact, so you can use it on walks, or you can use it when you're sitting by the, by the pool or at the park or like at a parade or something like that. It's very compact. You can see it's about 2 hands, like the size of my hand about. It's very lightweight, and so I really like this one for walks when it's really hot. Something that I'm also carrying in my go bag this summer are these 2 different electric fans. The first one is this awesome fan that also has a built-in water mist inside, and it has these little adjustable legs, so you can attach this to a stroller or a bike or just anything where you want to place it somewhere creative. So this one is really nice. And in addition to it being able to sit or attach onto anything because of the cool little legs, you can put all of the legs together like this, so you can use it as a personal fan. It's very quiet. You can turn the mist part on and off if you want to, but this has been a very nice fan to take when we're going out and about. Another fan that I really like is this little personal neck fan. It's very small, but I really like it because it is like just personal size. There's a little lanyard here so you can wear it around your neck, and it has a couple different settings, so it's very convenient to use in whatever, heat you are in. And it has a little clip here, and it has a little stand, so you can face it however, whatever direction you want. And it's rechargeable, so then you don't have to use batteries. I always try and get rechargeable stuff because it's just so much more convenient. So next, I actually do not leave the house in the summer without electrolytes. So I'm not sure if these are actually sold on Amazon, but these are the absolute best electrolytes. They're the Just Ingredients one, and they just launched a bunch of different flavors. And so I have like a little pack full of my electrolytes. They're not salty, which is really nice because sometimes I can't stand that super salty taste, and they don't have any of those nasty other ingredients. Way better alternative than Gatorade or any of those other sports drinks that have usually a lot of sugar and a lot of corn syrup in them. They're just not the best for you. So the Just Ingredients ones have the cleanest ingredients, and I always pack these for the pool so then everyone stays hydrated. Next, this is something I really love to take to the beach. This is a giant pool towel that fits in this bag. So I'll put the dimensions on the screen because I don't know them off the top of my head, but this is like a lightweight, kind of a water resistant giant It's basically like a parachute. So we like to take this to the pool or to the park or anywhere we're going to be laying down or, doing a picnic. And it's awesome because it fits right back into this small little bag. So it's convenient to put back into my giant bag. We've also used this as kind of a sunshade or a canopy on our large tent at football games. We've used this for so many different things, and it's like, it dries really fast. It's resistant to sand, and it's so much better than putting a pool towel on the sand or the ground. Something that my kids really enjoyed last year were these refillable, reusable water balloons. They have little magnets that snap close in a bucket of water, and then you can, throw them, use them as normal water balloons, but then you can reuse them. So then you don't have all those tiny little water balloon bits all over your yard. It's better for the environment, and it's kind of a fun, different novelty item for the kids to enjoy year after year. Next, this is something that we bought for our kids when we went on a little beach vacation, are these little snorkel masks. So these are fun because then they can snorkel, they can swim, and be able to breathe underwater without drowning. So they just wrap right around the head, and I have them in 2 different colors. There's a full face mask, so then it covers the nose and the eyes and the face. They actually work really well. I can actually fit my own face in this, but this was kind of a fun thing to take to the beach with us or even the pool. This is something we enjoyed a lot this spring. This is my double seater love seat camping chair. It fits 2 people in 1 chair, and we've actually really loved this as a family, so we can all sit together at soccer games, football games. But I've also used it when we do our fire pit out in the middle of our circle for summer s'mores, and it's just really nice because you can sit 2 people, or even more if you have kids. You can put a little kid in the middle, and it's very convenient. This next one is something I feel like I graduated into this year. I'm calling it my double-decker mom wagon. I'm not sure that that's the official Amazon listing name, but I have been using this thing all the time. It is a wagon, but it has 2 layers. So usually, you see wagons all the time, but this one has an undercarriage that extends out, so then you can put long items in there, like camping chairs or pop-up tents or anything like large and long. The top also has a huge capacity, so then you can put all of your stuff in there and you can even put your kids in there, like you can see here. And in addition to taking it to sports matches, we've also taken it to a dance competition. I was in charge of the props, so like I put the dance prop in there, her giant dance bag, everything that we needed for the day. This thing is massive and it is so awesome. The other thing I really love is that the handle has some kind of mechanism built into it, so it does not automatically fall to the ground and clatter and bang everywhere when you let go of it. So that is a really added benefit. It also has all sorts of little pockets and zippers and all sorts of things to put all of your stuff in for the summer. So we really love this double-decker wagon bus. You may have seen these in my other videos, but if you're going to be on any kind of bleachers this season at games or whatnot, then you definitely need to pick up these stadium seats. These are so comfy and they make those long hours in the sun or on the bleachers tolerable. My family and I got the extra large and the large size so then they could be even more comfortable, but we've used these multiple times and we're so grateful that we don't have to sit on the bleachers. The label maker. You need to make sure that you label everything because everyone has a million sunscreens, a million sunglasses, and just so many things that can get lost in the summer while you're out and about. So I love my label maker. I use it for everything and I literally label anything that leaves the house. I got this label maker in particular because it does not use batteries. You just recharge it, and it also does not use ink cartridges. So that is really nice. It uses just like thermal printing. So then you don't have to refill anything except for the labels themselves. I use this all the time and it has saved me so many times. I hope you loved this video, and if you like it, make sure you watch last year's compilation video right here, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy shopping. Bye.